Okay, welcome to our P3 lecture. It's wanted to keep an eye on this Euro trade because we had a whole bunch of trades that I put on. This is actually the challenge count, the skills challenge count. Um, so from yesterday, I put on some trades over here. Put on some trades over here. Actually, just put it here. Okay. Okay, just make sure everybody's aware. All right, so we put on these three layers here, and then I said, after the European Open, I said, okay, if it comes down, I'm just going to let it, just have that cushion because as long as it stays within the risk, I have until the end of the week for this to go my direction. And so we'll see where it's at the European Open here. And so here, when I woke up this morning, I was right in here. Obviously, you can see this. Just by a few minutes, I missed where the low was. That would have been better to have this big position there down here. But I said, you know what? I'm just going to low the boat here. And then if it could get back up to the 0870 area right in here, um, this pivot right here, or this price cycle right here, this cluster of pivots right here, if it could get back up to there. I don't know why I don't have my targets there. I'm pretty sure that it'll be profitable if it gets up to that level because I have enough lot size on this lower level. So really it probably could get up to the 0863 and get it back into the positive. But if it could get back up to 0870, obviously that's 25 pips away at this point. So we just have to have a significant rally here. I don't think we're going to get. It's not probable that we'll get it. But the idea is even into tonight and tomorrow for this challenge, I'm at a point where if it gets stopped out, it gets stopped out. There's really no going back. So it was worth the risk to put that on and see if it does bounce enough where we could at least at least get out at a break even. If that's possible to get up. I think right here it was at like minus point 0.6. And down here, it's at like minus, 2.5. And so if it could just get back up to there, we'll be in break-even territory. Back up into here, we'll be in profit territory. And so that's the plan, is just to wait this out and see what the market's going to do. But that's kind of the moral that I've been talking about with that YouTube on my YouTube channel that I posted that video about patience, and then I talked about that a little bit in our group mentoring session last hour. Um, this is one of the components of patience, and it's being patient with your trades. You know, so once you get into a trade that you feel comfortable with, and that you've set your risk and you've got your stops, you know, some people say set it and forget it. You know, that's actually a good strategy at times. Not all the time, but sometimes it's good to be uh, just out of sight, out of mind, so that you can just let the market do whatever it's going to do. If you're watching the markets, you're really testing your patience, and that's something that we should be doing is uh, to develop patience, we have to put ourselves in positions to be patient. And so it's really important uh, that we're clearly defined on what our process is so that we know when we're being patient versus when we're not. Because we're not going to be patient if we don't know what that standard is, for ourselves. If we don't have a standard of patience. right? A standard by which to follow. So the idea here with this particular trade seems to be holding a little bit. It did come down quite a bit before finding a base. Found that I really expected some follow through here, at least even into this price cycle right here. But it immediately came back down. Now it's coming back up. So it's just a matter of after the lunchtime on the East Coast, see if we get more buyers just to push this up the rest of the day. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for. I like I said, I don't have a lot of hope for that. I think we may be meeting up with some resistance here when it comes to that. But at this point, I'll take anything. At this point, I'll take any upward movement, right? I mean, technically I can take these trades off for a profit, but I need to get above $100, and these need to be closed out too, because some of these are my only trades for that day, and so um, they either need to get closer to break even, or I just need to wait for them to be in a profit. So that's part of the challenge account there. Let me just check. I think I put on a couple trades here on this skills account. This is the actual account where you trade, trying to build it up here and where that reward money goes into. It's gonna switch. Why is it not switching? Well, it switched the account balance, but that's not what I had on for trades. Here, let's see if we could just. There we go. Sometimes that helps, doesn't it? Huh. I thought I had a couple of trades on. I guess they filled. Oh yeah, that candle. I guess I had them within that candle, so yeah, they filled. 350 pips for the day. Why isn't it showing? This isn't the right account. It keeps moving to. Let me just exit out. Sorry, I just need to check that account. I don't. Those are all the trades from the previous account that I had up. Well, Gal, looks like you're the only one here. How are things going? Are you doing okay since your last message to me? How are things going? Guess that's all you can do at this point, right? Just managing. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see if it'll. There we go. Yep. So yeah, it did fill those. Yeah, just a few more trades. Very good. All right. All right, that's 1% is good enough for the day, and 3137. So we're just gonna continue to let that account grow. And then really what happens is this challenge count really doesn't matter. The only thing riding on this is an extra $25 in there, and I made that today, right? Made $30 on that skills account. So just an extra day to be, thrown onto that. wonder what the markets are doing here. Yeah, so you're burnt today and yesterday. So whenever I start feeling that way, I think Friday is a good day to take a day off anyway. But whenever I'm feeling that way, if I have a really rough week, I almost certainly take Fridays off because I hate it when I make a bad trade on Friday, and if I had a really bad week and made it worse, it makes the weekend so much worse to deal with. And then if I had a good week and then I lose on Friday, I have that nasty taste in my mouth that said if had I just taken the day off, I'd still have a great week. And so Fridays, I am extra careful. I try to be extra careful. The moment I think that may be it's not holding the support, then I close the market has to go up. Yeah. Yeah, that's why looking back in the past here helped me hold on because I'm like, we've got all this cluster of lows right here. It's got to break support there for me to get out of this trade. That's why my stops, that's why I have some of my stops. Not all of my stops, but some of my stops right there. And it could still easily go down there. There's still a lot of selling pressure here. You can see. Tried to go up, got pushed down. It's trying to go up, it's getting pushed back down. And so that's kind of where we're at, which is fine. Which is fine. Right? We'll just take it. Take it for what it's worth here. P3 indicator is so accurate. It was showing the support, and from there it bounced back. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see these cycles, these lines. It was just a matter of which line is it gonna uh, bounce off of. I finally got some of the recordings uploaded. So there's something going on with my Zoom profile. Uh, Sean turned off the Pro uh, package. And so now my meetings are only 40 minutes and I don't have a cloud recording. And so it just records to my computer. And so I have to upload it to my website or my YouTube channel. And I did get this yesterday, this thing. And I didn't realize I had to do that. I'm gonna have to start doing that. So with my lectures or with the trading rooms, this is yesterday's trading room. Well, at least the first half of it. This is part one because we got cut off. And then pretty sure we could delete. Pretty sure we could delete these here. My brother is also into trading. He loved your recent video 360. Oh, good. Well, it was funny because I was talking about that concept with my kids about YouTube videos and their marketing and saying, these are the three secrets and these are the five secrets and they're like, well, why do they say they're secrets? But then they talk about them. I'm like, exactly, right? They don't know how to keep a secret, right? And so, like, wouldn't it be funny if we made a video? It's like, well, here are the three trading secrets that you need. And sorry, can't tell you. They're a secret. Well, here's the second secret. Oh, well, that's a secret too. So never mind. So we were making fun of that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to record that really quick and put it together. And I found some fun music to go with it. And then I was showing my son how to do some editing, and we just threw it together really quick yesterday. And he's going to help me with some editing. And anyway, so just I'm glad that people share my sense of humor because I was like, I'm not going to tell you. It's a secret. So I'm glad that other people feel that way. Good stuff. Thanks for letting me know that. It's a lot of fun. And seriously, what are those videos? Initially, it used to make me anxious that trading is something strange. It's where that people make such videos. I know there's a lot of scams out there where people aren't really trading to make money. They're marketing geniuses and they're really good at making videos and stealing content. Like I've seen these videos of YouTube trader YouTubers, or I don't know how to call them. They're YouTubers that talk about trading, but they're not really traders. They've tried it, they've failed miserably, and then now they're like, oh, well, we can make money just selling off of, YouTube or whatever. Yeah, for beginners, it's big time scam for beginners. Um, but one of the things that this one YouTube channel exposed a couple of guys that were literally just stealing other people's content. They were just copying what they said and then putting it into their own format. And I'm like, that's called plagiarism. I mean, that's just below the belt, just copying other people's content. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of good content that needs to be repeated and that needs to be shared out there, but you can put it in your own words and put it in your own format. You don't have to scam people. And then again, uh, there was this one called Warrior Trading. There was this one YouTube channel that you probably used to see a lot. I remember seeing it a lot, the ads for it. But they did something. They got the regulators came in and fined them millions of dollars for something they were doing. I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't really have time to do all that, but and that's the thing that I want to say on my channel is like I'm legit have no time to do these videos. I'm trading. I'm legit trading and that's what takes care of my family. But I do want to get more content out. I want to reach more people and I want to help more people. And YouTube's a good way to do that. And so I need to spend more time. I want to get my name out there and because I know I'm not a scammer and I know I have value to provide and I know that Sean has a lot of value to provide too, so we can, work together and get more people with my stuff and with his stuff and just help people with their trading. And so the problem is I'm trading. I don't have a lot of time to worry about all that. But let's see, January was the hardest as I had to be patient with this consolidation. No one talks about such hurdles. Yeah. Your videos are very helpful content-wise. It reaches people. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to do what I'm doing, and I'll try to do a little bit more often, and I'm going to put out more training videos so people can see what type of trader I am, and just more trading content, um, and then just more talks like this too. And I think I have a good personality and a good desire that people will feel that, and eventually we'll get. I don't have to do any type of tactics or anything like that to get people to listen. I just need to do it consistently enough to get the word of mouth out there. And we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm excited. Either way, just to help as many people as I can. So anyway, well, that's all I have. Do you have anything, Gal, that you wanted to? You're the only one here. So Sean was saying in today's session that you're more disciplined than he. What? He was not. I'm not more disciplined than he is. What? Oh, he was just saying that to build me up. Oh, that's nice of him. Sometimes I wonder if, I know that he's wanted me to stick around. He knows that I've got some good teaching skills, but sometimes I wonder if he thinks I'm a better teacher than I'm a trader, and I'd rather be a better trader than a teacher at this point. But at this point, I'll take any compliment from Sean. I sure love Sean. Someone talked about how P3 method, how helpful it is. Oh, that's cool. Well, I do get a lot of that. I do get a lot of emails from people saying, "Hey, I tried your method, and it makes so much more, consistent uh, results than I did with the wobble." And I said, "Well, that's why I developed it in the first place because I crashed and burned so much with Sean's wobble, and I want to learn Sean's wobble, and I want to be in a position where I have, 200,000, and I can, wobble into a trade with as many trades as I want, and then have as much risk as I need to work out a trade, but." I need to get there first. And so my P3 method is hopefully a bridge to help us with that. Well, this is not very encouraging. This last couple candles here, it was on its way back up, but a couple candles came back down. So we're just gonna have to see if this base is gonna hold. And again, patience is, I want to talk about the patience and how to spot the setup now. Okay, so one of the things that, I've talked about with traders is depending on their account size, there are certain areas that you should wait for. Like if I'm trading in this area where, there's a cluster of pivots here, but there's a pivot high up here and a pivot low here, why would we be trading in the middle of that pivot high and pivot low? These are not locations where, the big money is waiting to get into the market and push it back up. I mean, sometimes obviously we do see that, but what we do see is a cluster of consolidation at the same area as over here. And that's quite common. And so if that's common, just knowing that little bit of knowledge right there, um, yeah, knowing that little bit of knowledge right there, if I have a smaller account and I have to be more picky about my entry, meaning I have to be more patient about where I engage the market. So if the market's right in here, I really need to do one of two things. I need to wait for it to go up, or I need to wait for it to go down to be closer to an extreme pivot high or pivot low. That's basically what, um, in my mind, is what being patient is all about. Does that make sense? As far as the market conditions. Now, you could also say that depending on the time of day, if this is happening at the end of the day, well, that's not a time to get into a trade. I want to wait until maybe the market starts to move a bit. It gives me more information about what it wants to do after today's trading day, right? Today's trading day might be completely different than tomorrow. Tomorrow it might skyrocket or it might keep going down. At this point, the information giving me today is not going to tell me which way the market's going to go, one way or the other. Okay? Um, so that could be another condition or another criteria for you to have to be patient and wait for. Does that make sense? And so you have to have that clearly defined. In order to have patience in any aspect of trading, you have to have those things defined, right? So your patience needs to be defined on your setup, right? On the setup and then on the stop and the target so that while you're in the trade, you know to wait. And then just be patient with the process yourself, regardless of the outcome. So if the outcome is bad, if the outcome is not what you wanted, then technically, in a financial situation, you could say that, oh, I'm behind in my progress, I'm not progressing. But that's not having patience with the process because um, you can't possibly have 100% trading all the time. You're going to have a negative day. So how do you respond to that negative day? Well, patiently. We need to be patient with those days. We need to be patient with the whole process of becoming a good trader, um, from that aspect, and does an individual trader trade differently than institutional? Yeah, absolutely. Institutional traders, remember, they have billions of dollars. Instead of us having, we have two lots to work with on this account. On this $10,000 account, I have a two lot to work with. They have like, you know, 2 million lots that they can work with, and we have two over here. So they have a lot, and not to say that they're going to put all 2 billion or whatever on one spot. They're not going to put all of them on a buy. But the thing is, they could say, well, let's put 10% of this, or even 1%, and that's 2,000 lots right here, right? They could put 1% of their available trading on a spot, and that's going to help move the market more than our, 0.02 lots, right? Because we don't trade with our full two lots either, do we? And so we're not going to be moving the markets. They are going to be moving the market, so they have to look at it differently, right? And so they have to wait for uh, other criteria, different, positions on the in the different locations on the chart. And quite frankly, we are trading a 5-minute chart, sometimes 15-minute, an hour chart, even a daily chart. But I've heard of institutional traders, they don't even look at the daily. They're just looking at the monthly and the weekly. You know, it's something that Rex teaches quite a bit. Rex has more of the mindset of the institutional as far as trading with their wave, trading with their spots and whatnot. So if you want to learn more about how an institutional trader looks at the markets, be sure to watch Rex, his trading rooms. And looking at the monthly and the weekly is where they set up those big trades. Okay. And then sometimes they'll set up a big trade at those spots and they'll have, maybe they'll have 20,000 lots to fill. And so that's why we see that, hey, over here, only 7,000 of their lots were filled. And the market goes up and then it comes back down. And that's why we see support become support again, because, hey, now more of their lots are being filled at this with all the sellers coming down and pushing down the price. So now their buy order of 20,000, it still has 13,000. It still has 13,000 lots to fill. And so maybe it fills another 6 more and then it goes up, right? You see what I mean? And that's why support becomes support again. So anyway, that's a quick little lesson there that you probably already knew there. So all right, so hopefully that helps. Wait, what you said? I'm confused about ECB keeping rates, euro being bullish, dollar getting stronger as US has better data. Yeah, to be completely honest, I'm not the best at fundamental analysis, fundamental data. The fundamental analysis side of things gets me into trouble more often than not because I think the same thing. I get confused. I say, well, this means that the dollar should do this, and this means that the Japanese yen or the euro should do that. And then I get confused. So please do share recordings of today's. Okay, I'll for sure do that. I'll put it on. Okay, well, I'm gonna sign off here a little bit early, and I just wish you the best there, gal. And just keep on trading on, keep on doing what you're doing, keep improving because your progress isn't always measured by, how much money you're making right here, right now. Okay. And these things that you're going through and that you're learning, and then more importantly, the things that you're pushing through, you're pushing through these obstacles and you're pushing through these these trials and these the hard part about trading. That's what's going to make you a great trader down the road because of the things that you're continuing to work on and you're learning so much. So just yeah, some things are very hard. Yeah, I can understand that. So yeah, get blindsided by it. Yeah. So just keep on doing your best. And I know you'll keep pushing through. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off and I hope you have a good rest of your day and good night and into tomorrow and the weekend. So thanks so much for joining me today, Gal. I hope you have a great one. We'll talk to you again soon.